Holy shit. It's still coming out the same. It is still. Bessie Grace. She's not even on. Where did this go? Hey guys. Lizzie, you're not even trying. Seriously don't know why it's coming out this format. Hi Bessie. Are you seeing the format I'm talking about? It's like this. I wanted it to be like this. Thinks it's good. Are you the one writing me on WhatsApp? It's okay. What? Hi Bessie. Hello Alex and Jackie Tuluish. Welcome to my live stream. Oh, let me put my phone on silence. Sorry. Hi, welcome to my live stream. Bessie, I just sent you a link. Ah, mute. Mm.
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Yeah, sorry. With the JJCs.
Yeah, everyone is trying to show on the video.
Yes.
No, take your noise downstairs. Quick, daddy is sleeping. Downstairs, now.
Hello, Alex and Jackie. Welcome to our live stream. So we have a program that we want to talk about. Is God parenting a scam?
Shh. Downstairs, all of you. What you Sorry. Doing? What you
Okay.
doing? Downstairs now. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't just want the noise. I wanted them to go down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's carry on.
Should we wait for at
No,
least?
I think we can just introduce the program and things like that.
All right. So welcome to our live stream. In the spirit of
Wow.
celebrating Easter, we decided to come up with this program. It's God parenting a scam, and on the other hand, you're going to be getting the voice of Bessie Gray. In fact, I'm going to allow her herself. Then we'll talk more on the topic while we wait for others to join. And I also want to say that this video, this live is no way, there's no way we are saying that the church is coming parents to take God
Downstairs.
parents should.
No, no, downstairs.
What we are saying. Our focus
Downstairs.
is to look at the rules of God parents.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you were saying,
It's okay.
yeah, so
I was introducing the topic and making them to understand that based on the title, there is no way we are saying that the church has scammed parents for God
yeah,
parents for their children, but we are focused
Yeah.
on the responsibilities of godparents towards the children that they were given to take care of from the church.
Yeah, that's correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what do you want me to do? You want me to introduce myself? Have you introduced yourself? So can you introduce yourself to the audience?
An introduction again.
Tell us a
All
little
right,
bit about you.
my name is Konjo Lizette. I run the channel Journey with Liz. I am a mom of one. I'm a Cameroonian based in France, currently unemployed. I am a Presbyterian Christian, and
A godchild
I
as well.
think that I don't have a godchild.
No, a
I
godchild as
don't.
well.
I am a godchild. I think that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of you are welcome to this live stream. As we can see, it's Jenny with Lee's program. So I'm so honored that she invited me to this live stream. I'm Bessie Gray, that's my channel's name, but my name is Bessem, based in the UK, from Cameroon to be precise, mom of three. What else? Catholic Christian, but now I go to a Pentecostal church. But originally I'm a Catholic Christian. I'm a godchild as well. So for some reasons best known to us, we decided to talk about this topic. We know a lot of people would think maybe we are extreme with the way we titled it, but it's just a way to get your attention. We're just looking for that title, something that will captivate people, something that will make you watching us at this minute to want to chip in your own opinion. So just like Lizette said, in no way we are not saying God parenting is a scam, neither are we saying that Christianity is a scam. We are just talking about God parenting, that's all.
Do you know why I'm smiling?
No?
Because I read I just read a comment from Beyonce BBTV. Thank you,
Okay.
Mama Beyonce, for joining the live. Yes, finally we succeeded. We succeeded. She said, "Mom of three, looking beautiful." I'm like, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So if you get the noise, they're all from my kids. So I'm sorry for the distractions you guys will be having.
It's okay. We understand. So, for those who are just joining us, this is going to be an open discussion. At any point, if you feel like you disagree with what we are saying or you want to chip in something, there is a link already. You can always join us and, express yourself and say your point of view, what you think about the subject. Um, should we just continue? Or we have to wait for some people. What do you think?
That's why I just want to join in to see how many people are there because I cannot access the
How
live
many?
chat.
You can access the live chat. How
But I'm,
come?
I'm doing that from a different.
Okay. For
Yeah,
my
so I
phone is
can.
showing I see four people. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
two from there, then two of us. Hello,
no, it's
Princess Adam Frank. We are happy to have you on a live stream. We are talking about God parenting. If God parenting is a scam, well, we are focused on the rules of God parents. And at any point, if you feel like you disagree with what we are saying or you want to chip in something, there is a link that you can always join us to give your point of view. And on the other hand, that's my co-host Bessie Gray. She's also a YouTuber. All of us are YouTubers, of course. How are you guys preparing for the Easter? Easter Sunday is tomorrow. I'm sure everybody has stocked up the house with some chicken and drinks for the celebration. Bessie Gray, why are you smiling? It seems like
no
there's
because
going to be a serious
no,
celebration tomorrow.
I just thought of how fun Easter is back home, precisely Cameroon. There's a lot of baptism going on at this time. So, which is one of the reasons why we decided to do it at this time, because we knew it's a time when lots of God parents will be out there, lots of God children will be out there, the preparations and everything. But yeah, due to lockdown, there's nothing special. We are just all indoors. It's like nothing is happening.
Yeah, you're right. I remember like while I was growing up during Easter period, my mom is always going to sew us matching outfits. We're always going to wear matching outfit as if it's Christmas Day and we are going to go to church together. We come back, we eat, maybe we invite one or two people at home. Then I think that's all. Then we always watch Passion of the Cross. We watch the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
the pigeon version, to be precise. We always watch that on Easter Sunday. Yeah. I thank you, Princess Ada Frank. Thank you very much, and happy Easter to you and your family. Thank you so much.
Sorry if I keep
So
looking down,
I
it's
don't
only
know.
because I'm checking on the messages. I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to keep up with those who are sending greetings. Princess Ada Frank,
No,
hi, I see you.
it's
You're
okay.
all
I
welcome.
understand. At least you're helping me reply to them. So I wanted to ask, how many of us, if you're watching this live stream, are you a godparent? If you are a godparent, please let us know in the comment section. Let us know. So Bessie, are you a godparent?
Yes and no. I would say yes and no. Yes and no because I'm a godparent by formality. A friend told me I am her daughter's godmom. But that child, to the best of my knowledge, she's not been baptized. So I don't know how it comes to
Okay,
play. If it's that I am a future godmom, but notwithstanding, I play the role of a godmom to her. So I don't know, but she's
okay,
not been baptized. So she was born, and the mom said, "That's your godmom, or that's your godchild." So that's how I had her.
okay. And you're already taking the responsibility as a godmother. Wow, interesting.
Yes, yes, to her, but she's not been baptized. But her mom gave her to me that I'm the godmom. So I don't know, maybe it's a future godmom, but I play the role of a godmom to her. She's just about 3. Yeah, she's 3. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Princess Ada Frank says that she is a
Oh,
godparent to two beautiful girls. That is
oh, wow.
interesting. We are going to be pleased if you could join this conversation at some point. If you want to join, let us know. We'd like to get your point of view as a godparent. Yeah.
Should
So
we
you're a
begin
god,
now?
but you have children. I think
Yeah,
we should begin.
yeah, because
In my mind, we already started.
yeah, we are
In my
very,
mind, we
very
already
grateful.
started.
Seeing 5 of you on this program means a lot. We didn't expect to see anyone on live, but creating time to join us, we really, really appreciate you guys. You're very welcome.
Mm.
So we'll
Yeah, we
begin
are
with,
glad to have you guys. We know.
so the first thing, so just like Liz said, she's introduced the topic. We are talking about God parenting, just finding out if God parenting is a scam. So that's the main thing we'll be
Mm-hmm.
talking about. And like we said, we are introducing this topic because it's a good time to talk about God parenting. Those who are Catholics, Baptists, Presbyterian, if I'm right, they should really know much about this period. Yeah. So that's why we decided to bring this topic up today. So if you have anything, please don't hesitate to chip in your contribution. There's a link down there. Like Liz said, you can always join the conversation. You share the screen with us. If you don't feel comfortable, you can leave it there in writing. So we hear your own opinion about God parenting.
Yes.
So now I'll ask Liz, what would be the characteristics if you're choosing a God parent? Because obviously we've already no, I think we just need to first of all throw a little bit of light on who God parents are, how it
Yes.
comes
Yes.
about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first, or you want me to start?
I you can go ahead. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
So in I'll talk about the churches I know. We and
Okay.
to be precise, we are talking just about godparents with regards to baptism. We are not talking about the marriage part. It's just
Okay.
focus on baptism. So with Catholic Church, Presbyterian, Baptist Church, those three, I know about those three. So you go through a period of doctrine. It depends on that particular church, that period of doctrine where they will try to teach you the basic rules in the church or how to be a Christian. And once you go through that doctrine period, you're being baptized. And before you're baptized, they have a criteria of you bringing a godparent.
Yes.
Only recently, as in maybe about 2 years now, I realized even your own parent can be a godparent to you. But that's what I realized with Catholic Church, to be precise. So your parent can godparent you. You don't necessarily need to source it from outside. So godparent is just someone in the church. With Catholic Church, if I'm right, you have to be a Catholic Christian. I think Presbyterian Church is doing the same. You cannot source a godparent from outside. It has to be a Christian from that church. From that church, in the sense that, like a Catholic Christian, Presbyterian Christian, that's what I mean by church. So then on
Mm-hmm.
that day of baptism, you stand and play that role of a godparent to them. You stand behind them, and yeah, that's who a godparent is. That's
Yes, you're right. As you said, let me just lay emphasis. We are focused on God parenting as a result of a child's baptism, not the one, because when you get married, you also have godparents as a result of your marriage. But we are focused on God parenting from the fact from when you are being baptized as a child or even as an adult, because we have adult baptism also, and they are
yeah.
forced to have godparents. Yeah. So I think you asked a question. You asked me a question. Or should I ask you a question?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I was asking you that you have kids and I think they have godparents, or at one
Yes,
point they will be
yes,
baptized.
yes, yes. My
What are
kids
some
are baptized.
Oh, they're already baptized. What
Yes, and
oh,
they have godparents.
what are some of the characteristics that you use in choosing a godparent for your children? Or the criteria that you use in choosing a godparent for your children?
Personally, personally, some of them, they are people that I like their ways. They are
Okay.
people that I know they can actually pass on good lessons, or my children can learn good lessons from them. So, irrespective
Okay.
of the fact that some of them might be friends or family members, because some of them are family members, but there are those people I look up to. There are those people I like certain things about them.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that was something that struck me when I was thinking of a godparent. Would this person be able to guide my child? Would this person be able to help them even when I have difficulties? Can you talk to them? Because it's not just at the level of Christianity or at the level of church. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at it out of it. If I have some difficulties, can this person be able to just talk to this child? Can they build a relationship? So it's all about a relationship that I'm hoping and I'm trusting it goes beyond that. If they cannot confine in me, can they have these adults that they can confine to, and things like that. And
Okay.
having said that, and I'll add that some people, they will choose godparents on various criteria. They have different categories that people will choose that godparents, but each to their own. Some people, it might be for financial reasons or status, or relationship. Just like I said, that some of them is due to my relationship with them. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but some of them is because of my relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you were to choose a godparent for your child, if they're not yet baptized, what would it be?
If I have to choose a godparent for Eliora, I'm going to look at somebody, at least somebody that I know, or I have seen like other parents or other children talking about the person, how the person's moral.
Yeah,
And
that's a good
also
one.
it should not be somebody that I don't know. At least it should be somebody that I know a little bit about, not like a
Okay.
total stranger. It should be somebody I
Okay.
know. And you should be somebody who is active in the faith, not judge, not just a church
Yes,
goer.
sure.
Should be active in the faith. I should mention
Mm.
like people really choose, there are different perspectives that people choose
Good choice.
godparents from. You said about the financial benefits of, some people choose based on financial benefits.
Yeah, that's right.
And some people choose just from financial benefit. Like growing up, you're like, oh, I need somebody that during this period, Easter period, can take care of my child,
Yeah.
provide my like food or dresses for
Yeah.
my children during festive period. I'm like, oh, I think this person is perfect for this.
Yeah.
And you just give the person the title of a godparent. Like, okay,
Of
you're
a
going to be the
godparent.
godfather
Yeah.
or the godfather to this
A
girl.
godmom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember myself, I'm a godchild, and I remember when I was young, my godmom used to give me money. Sometimes I'll go around because I know I have 500 francs or 200 francs from her and things like that. She used to be a seamstress, so even clothes, she would stitch things for me, and so that was a bonus. But then I don't know if that was the criteria why she was choosing as a godmom to me, but it worked out well for
Do you
me at
know,
that time.
do you know why I'm smiling? Because my godmother is also a seamstress. So
Oh,
when you say your godmother is a seamstress, I was like, okay.
yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
welcome, basic tips and tricks. Welcome to our live stream. So we are talking about godparenting, and we are focused on the rule of godparents, their responsibilities. That's our main focus. On the other hand, you have Bessie Gray. She's also a YouTuber, and at any point, if you disagree with what we are saying or you want to chip in something, please feel free. There's a link up, or I'm going to send the link again if anybody wants to join, or if you want to chip in something, you can always follow the link and share your point of view with us. We're just looking at the different aspects in which people regard when they are choosing godparents for their children. We're just sharing our point of view on that. Then I wanted to ask you something also. Do you think it's okay for you to refuse when you're being asked, uh excuse me, Princess Ada Frank, my godmother was also a seamstress. Wow.
Oh, wow.
We we,
What a
we, we we all
coincidence.
share a lot on this live stream today.
Yeah, someone was asking
Hello,
the
my
question. What did
sisters.
they say?
I was asking the question that, do you think it's okay for you to say no, I'm sorry, I cannot be a godmother, or I cannot be a godfather to your child? Is it okay for you to say no when
Yeah,
someone asks you to be a
yeah.
godparent?
Let me just give a quick shout out. Hello, basic tips and tricks. We see you, sister. Hello, you're welcome to the live stream. I think it's okay to say no rather than taking up a duty that you won't be able to fulfill. And if you think you're not able to do it, I just feel it's okay to tell them, I'm sorry to let you down, but I don't think I'll be able to carry this responsibility. What's the point accepting to do it and you don't do it? You don't actually do that role of a godparent. Remember, these godparents are like second parents to you, you know.
Exactly.
It-
Mhm.
so if you won't be able to do it, I think it's best to just say, oh, no, I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right.
not able to do it.
There comes another question. If you can tell, you can refuse somebody and say no, I cannot be, sorry, I cannot be a
How will I feel?
godmother to your daughter. One of
Yeah.
those who self proclaim themselves like, oh, that's my goddaughter. You see Eposi like that. This is your firstborn. That is my goddaughter. Are you
Oh,
going to are you going to
and
turn the offer down?
that's another thing. We try to be polite, not so. We are people pleaser. We want them to be happy. We don't want to hurt them, especially if it's a friend or a family member or an in-law. You're tempted to say yes, then you go and frown behind. But then I can give you a trick. What if when you're about baptizing that child, you don't let them know? You pick a different godparent.
Is that not harsh? Is that not going to be harsh?
Oh, and plus, recently I realized you can have more than one godparent. So you can still leave them be the godparent, but you take a couple more godparents on. You don't need to have just one godmom. Catholic Church, to be precise, I'm certain about the information. So you can have multiple godparents. So not just a godfather and a godmom. You can have even two godparents, like two godmom, two godfathers, or three godmoms. So you can have multiple godparents at the same time of baptism. So to be nice to the person and being polite, we are Africans. We've been taught to be very polite and nice, even when it hurts. Just keep them, then you add another parent. You get that person that you want them to actually be the godparent. I think that would be a better way. You come across
Okay.
nicely. Yeah. And what would
Hey,
you do?
let me get back to you. Princess Ada Frank says, "What a coincidence!" Yes, it's really a coincidence. Basic tips and tricks. You have said it all. Hello, great thought, and welcome to the live stream. Please do share the live stream so that others can join us. Princess Ada Frank says, they must have seen something in you that make them choose you. I feel it is real a privilege. Yeah. I think her point is based on the fact that if somebody approaches you to be a godmother and
Yeah.
you turn the
You should
offer
say
down,
yes.
so she's saying that if they approach, it means that there's something in you that they must have seen. So probably it's bad for you to refuse
Yeah, but we are going to
the
occupy
privilege or
the upper, yeah. But at the same time, we are trying to grow children, or we are at an era where we want to speak our mind. We just want to express ourselves. So what's the point accepting an offer that you really don't want it? So in a nice way, maybe politely tell them, "Oh, my hands are tied. I would have loved to, but I'm sorry, I won't be able to be a godparent." That's what I would do if I really don't want to be a godparent, to be honest.
basic tips and trick has mentioned a very important point. The interest should not be how wealthy the godparents are, but that's the mistake lots of people make. I get you
That's
so
what
well. That
I said.
is the mistake. Yes, because nowadays, let me say nowadays, you want to choose a godparent, you're looking at their financial status, you're looking at how wealthy they are. Maybe at times you even look at their appearance, what they wear to church, what they even drive, and you're like, oh, this man is rich. I think he's going to be the perfect godfather for my child. We look at the
Yeah,
financial status, and at times, let me just say, most in quote of those people who are wealthy, who have a high status, they tend not to
yeah,
have a lot of time to monitor those children that you're giving them as your god as god children. They tend not to have
yeah.
that time. Meanwhile, if you look for somebody who is just simple, just normal, the person will show more concern towards towards the god children. But we are focused on the finance. We are focused more on the finance.
And can I just add to what Princess Ada Frank said? It just came to my mind when she's talking about it's a rare privilege. It's a rare privilege, but I'm sure we must have heard or we know of people that just the day they were baptized, that's the only time and the last time they must have seen their godparent. After that, there's no more relationship. So those are the things. Why are you going to accept it? Like she said, it's a rare privilege, and you don't show up. So after the baptism, that's it. Relationship ends. So what's the point? So you realize that child hasn't even got a godparent in effect because it stops there. So if
Have
they turned down that offer, it would have been better.
mhm. Great thought.
Oh, Greta
I
says
am
I'm
going
going
to
to be
be a
godmom
godmom
this
this
December. I'm feeling very excited and pray God helps me assist her mom and dad in raising her. Well done to you. Congrats.
I said, who is taking you? Now that is personal. I'll meet you after.
Yeah, and she agrees with what Basic Tips said. Many people actually focus on the finance, but at the same time, if we look at where we come from Africa, we are poverty stricken. Poverty is killing us. So sometimes all of us, so not all of us, some people are trying to look for those places where they can benefit something. Because, like I said before, now even as a child, just having that 100 francs, 200 francs from my godmom, it meant a lot to me. So sometimes it's poverty, it's situation we find ourselves. We start looking at that hierarchy, looking at that someone that has something that they have to offer rather than someone that morally, they will put you through the right track, they will help you, but then we don't look at those things, we are looking at the benefit.
That's
on the
true.
financial part, what we can get from the parents. So it's a hard one. You can't really pick and choose, because some people actually know the right thing to do, but then their circumstance is pushing them to where they find themselves.
Hmm. So there should be a balance. And another thing that we also consider is the fact that you just give your child, like, okay, just take this one as your godchild to maintain a relationship with somebody.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
like,
another
let me
thing.
say, I know you and I want to keep the relationship going. I'm like, okay, you're going to be Eliora's godmother, and that's just
Yeah,
it. I, I don't really focus more if you're active in your faith, but just the fact that I know you and I like
yeah,
the relationship I have with you. I want you to pass that relationship down to my children. I'm just
yeah.
going to give you as their godmother. Yeah. But is that really bad? Is that one really bad?
Each to their own. That's what I'll say. You're doing it because you want to maintain that relationship. You're doing it because you think, oh, it's a friend. I really want to keep this friend. I want them to be a godmom to my child. That's what you're looking at. But then it's up to you. Is that friend a good role model? I want to assume, if you call someone a friend, I'm not just talking about friend, 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 but friend. It's someone, they definitely have
Oh,
something positive. You don't want to associate with someone who has too much negativity. Then it's okay for them to godparent your child.
okay. Princess Ada wants to join the live stream. Let me send her the link. I hope I'm
Princess
doing it
Sada
well.
said she's
Bessie,
guilty of that. Just send her the link. There's a link
just
up.
I think it will be difficult for her to scroll up. Let me just do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
You want to send the link again, please? There's a link there at 4:57. There was a link there. The
I
link was
I
put
just
at
sent the
4:57.
link. When you join, let
Okay,
me
I've
know so
seen
we
it.
can let you in. I think that yes, I've just sent the link. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah,
But it depends. You spoke about role model. It could still be a
yeah,
balance of maintaining a relationship and an aspect of you see your friend as a role model also, because obviously if it's your friend, meaning she might have some good qualities to keep that friendship with you. So I think
yeah,
there's a balance there.
yeah.
I think there's a balance there. Let me see if she's.
Princess Ada, have you seen the link? There's a link down there. Ah, I'm blushing. Let me be feeling myself.
Can you just? I want to,
Daisy tips and tricks. Sister, you are a good speaker. You both are really breaking it down. Nice topic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, basic tips and tricks. We really appreciate.
excuse me, excuse me. Let me attack.
She said
Are you
us,
saying that I'm
please.
not a good speaker?
No, 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 no. She said us,
She
please.
said, "Oh, Sister Grace, you are a good speaker." Where
You
is
both.
Lizette?
Have
You
you
are a
not
good
seen the
speaker
word both?
also.
Both. Have you not seen both? Can we just do
No,
this off camera?
she said you both are really breaking it down.
Can we just do it off camera? It's too early to fight. A minute, please. Just a minute.
That was for fun, please. Don't take me serious. um, ooh, why is it showing that I don't
Princess Ada,
understand.
just touch the link. Just touch the link. It will take you to the studio. Just touch on the link. That's all you need to do. Okay, while we are waiting on Princess Ada to join us, let's check on something else. Sorry, is how do they say, it's
Okay,
Android
there's
generation. So
something came across my mind.
our note is on the phone. Sorry if I keep looking down.
Okay, I wanted to ask a question. Something came into
Yeah,
my mind while we were talking.
okay. Yeah.
At times we take godparents also based on their like based on what we have heard from others. For example, there can be let me say a man who has three godchildren, and
Three
maybe you
parents.
just feel like, oh, if he has three godchildren, it means that he's doing so well with them, but you don't actually know if he's actually doing the real responsibilities, and you just want to
Okay.
add also to be number four. Does it mean that people who have more than two godchildren or one, they are actually fulfilling their responsibilities well?
It might. It's a yes and no question. I would say it's a yes and no question. Some people. Let me use. I'm from Catholic Church, and I would want most of my reference will be coming from Catholic Church. There is this. They have their morning mass.
Okay.
Sometimes they have evening mass and things like that. Some parents that are devoted to all of these services. Sometimes they see the way some people are devoted to these services and the kind of things they do in church. That is always a reference point. You will hear, oh, we like brother this is or Mr. This is because he's always for morning prayers, he cleans the church, he does this. So they are using you like someone they want their child to be like. So you always realize most parents who want that kind of person, no matter how they are, be it, and let no one get it wrong. Some of these wealthy people or these financial stable people, they're very good Christians. They do their roles. We are just saying for those that are not really into the godparent role, that you choose them on that criteria. So you realize that most of them they end up having multiple godchildren because people always see them, they're available. Some of them will make effort. I remember my godmom used to come to the house all the time. She's in Nigeria and we do communicate. I still communicate with her till now.
Okay.
Not really on a godmom, goddaughter relationship, but the relationship is already established. So we are still in communication. But my
Okay.
my godfather, I tried reaching out to him. He's in the abroad. He's in the America. he's not writing back. So well, I think then he must have outgrown this role as a godfather. So those are things like that. Some of them can have multiple godchildren because people like
Uh-huh.
what they are doing. People that exemplary. So people just like the kind of things they do, their role, the fact that they probably frequent church. Because you don't want someone who doesn't really go to church, a Sunday Christian for your child. That's not what you want. You want someone that can question your child. Oh, why were you not
Mm-hmm.
in church this Sunday? Or why did you not attend service? Or why are you not doing well in school? Your mom says you're stubborn. Your dad says, you know, you want someone that has taken it, will I say, above the godparent role. It's now like a family. They have become like a family member. That child is comfortable to talk to
Mm-hmm.
them. You're comfortable to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of role. You make it more than that, not
Mm-hmm.
just at the level of the church, but it becomes a closer relationship that you're able to confine in them if it comes to a situation where you need to confine. And what's your thought? You think because they have multiple godchildren?
We to Can you give me 1 minute, please? I'm trying to add somebody to require
Yeah,
request to require all guests to log in. Please just go ahead. I'm trying to add somebody into
yeah.
the
I'm
stream.
just
I don't know the
checking.
person.
Oh, basic tips and tricks. Don't worry, Lizette is just stressing you. Liz is just stressing you. Oh, happy Easter, Akama Robertson. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. Happy Easter to you, darling. Welcome, Miss Anita Anita TV. You're welcome. Happy Easter. Happy week. Happy Easter weekend, everyone. Okay, she's on backstage, so you need to put and to bring her to the front. And Princess Ada Frank is on backstage. You need to let her in.
Yes,
Bring her.
but I don't know. Maybe it's Jesus.
Welcome, Akama. Welcome, Miss Anita Tambi. We are just talking about God parenting, just finding out if God parenting. Hi, Princess
Hey
Ada Frank.
guys.
Hi. We are just talking about God
Ah,
parenting. Is
it's
God
quite nice.
parenting a scam? So it's not
Yeah.
per se scam as scam. We just wanted a title that will captivate people. We just wanted a title that will get people talking. So we are not looking at it from a
Okay.
point of scam. We just wanted
Okay.
that word that will attract people. That's just all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just have few things to add
Okay.
because when it comes to godparents,
Okay.
remember I told you I'm actually guilty of like neglecting. You understand?
Neglecting. Yeah.
So it happened that yeah, there was a family friend. You know, I just got a
Oh,
call
sorry.
all of a
Okay,
sudden
just to
because
cut you short, do you want to introduce yourself, please? Or we don't know if you're a YouTuber,
oh
so you can people can
yeah, I'm
go there
actually
and check your link.
yes, I'm actually a YouTuber. My
Uh,
YouTube name is Princess Ada Frank. I do reviews and makeup and nature
okay.
vlogs. So you guys
Okay.
should check me out. Yeah.
Okay. We'll pass by.
Okay, so
Sure.
this godparenting it actually entails a lot because it's not just about it's not like being a parent to a child. You
Yeah.
understand? So I'm actually guilty of let's say a family friend actually asked me to I got a call one day and she wanted me to be a godparent to her granddaughter. You
Okay.
understand? I know the woman. She's a family friend and the son got married and they gave birth to a baby girl.
Yeah.
And I just got a call of it, not from the parents, it's from the
Yeah.
grandmother now. So
Yeah.
the grandmother just called me all of a sudden out of the blues that she
Yeah.
wanted me to be a godparent
Uh,
to her grandchild. You understand? I was like,
Yeah.
wow. I needed time to assimilate. But
Yeah.
in the other hand, I thought this lady must have known other people. Why me? You understand? So
Yeah.
not like we do
Mm,
actually talk every day. You know, she's just it's not someone like that is very close and we talk every day. You understand
Yeah.
that kind of a family friend. So I just got a call all of a sudden and yeah, I wanted to be the godparent to my grandchild. I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, okay. I just accepted. I didn't really ask her to wait for me to assimilate, but because I
Yeah.
was like out of the blues, you understand? So I just had to accept immediately, not knowing
mm-hmm.
what it entails, you understand, not preparing for it. But
Correct.
there was actually my girlfriend who I knew when she got pregnant. I
Yeah.
followed her through all the journey. You understand the vomiting, she will call me and that, the scanning, everything. I was literally part of the pregnancy, you understand? So I wanted to be the godmother of that child.
Oh,
You understand? I was like, I don't care what the child will be, whether a boy or a girl, I'm going to be a godmother. You
yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
I followed her through the process. So now I would say I'm actually guilty because I'm now a godparent to two girls, but
Yeah.
I'm actually like fond of one. You understand that point? So it's not like because of the family friend who asked me to be a godparent to this child,
Yeah.
I didn't have time to think about it and I
Yeah.
answered immediately. Not like it's not a good thing. You understand? I really want to, but because that kind of gap between
Yeah.
the closeness is not really there.
Not
You
there.
understand? So it now made it seem like I neglect this child
Yeah.
and I'm fond of one. You understand that kind
Yeah.
of guilt. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about it today. I just realized, oh yeah, I'm actually in that category
Yeah.
of someone who became a godparent today and you never
Yeah.
hear from them since
From
then. You understand?
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that's it.
hopefully this discussion will probably make you think, oh, I'll give them a ring just to
Exactly.
become my godchild. Hi, Aqua.
Yeah.
Hi, Yvette. Aqua Yvette just joined. You're very welcome to the live stream. We are talking about godparenting. Is godparenting a scam? So you're very welcome to join the
I
live
don't know
stream
what
if
is
you have
happening. Are you
anything. Yeah, if you have anything to contribute, you can always click on the link there and join us on the stage. Or if you don't want to join us on the stage, comments are very welcome on the comment section. We are doing our best to respond to the comments. So it's a program hosted by Lizette, Jenny with Liz, and she invited me on the platform, and Princess Ada Frank has just joined us as well, chipping in with her
Yeah, I'm happy to
contribution.
be here.
You're welcome. And she's also a YouTuber. Her YouTube
um
channel
um
is
um
Princess Ada Frank, and
Princess
my
Ada
Ada?
YouTube
Frank.
channel
Yeah.
is Betty Gray. So if you're free, you're very welcome to check our platforms. And if you're a YouTuber, you can leave your link there. We'll pass by as well to say hi and thank you
Yeah.
very much for coming to the live stream. So
Yeah.
originally this live stream is meant to be for an hour. If we exceed an hour, it's simply because all of you are chipping in and it's getting interactive and interesting. So
Yeah.
that was our original
Originally,
aim.
it's
Hi,
supposed to be
Patience
on
here. You're very
Facebook.
welcome to the platform. And originally it was meant to be on Facebook, but now we've decided to do it on YouTube for the obvious reason.
YouTube.
Which doing it on YouTube, we did not expect anyone. So really appreciate everyone turning in for the program. So for the obvious reason, like most of the YouTubers who know, we did it for the fact that if it's on YouTube, we are going to have the watch hours. It's a good thing to be on
Mm.
Facebook as well. We are not denying that, but we'll do our best.
Yeah.
Lizette will do her best to put it on Facebook. Let me not be saying we very soon to send my slap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on Facebook. And the thing is, as the Facebook page is still new, so obviously maybe those who are supposed to be there are actually here. So anyway, we are just going to see if we can upload the video on Facebook. Thank you for joining, Patience. Yvette, thank you for joining. I'm sure you'll be joining us here because you told me you wanted to come on to share your point of view also.
Please, if
So
I'm
as you
looking down,
were saying,
I'm just replying to messages. Please, I'm not being rude. I'm just replying to messages.
yeah, please do because I've been trying to reply to the messages. My phone is telling me something else. So I don't want to. So I have a question for you. Do you think
Okay.
that because I was reading somewhere, I can't remember if I read
Okay.
something where it was a video that I watched. Somebody was saying like, okay, we know that the role of a godparent is to help the child to grow spiritually, to mentor the child, not only spiritually, but in other areas of the child's life, in the child's development. So my question is, do you think that for me, I feel like I'm already answering the question. Do you think that only those who actually have children should be allowed to be as godparents?
Can
No,
you see
no,
my
no.
eyes?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so because even when I became a godparent to my first daughter, I was actually single. I wasn't married then, so I don't think even my younger sister is also a godparent. So I don't think you have to be married to have a godchild or goddaughter or godson. So I don't think.
I
I
just cannot.
remember.
Because the
Okay,
No, you finish talking. It's
Go
okay. You
ahead,
finish talking.
go ahead.
okay. Cause remember this godparent is not like, how do I put it? It's not like you're doing the main duty of a parent.
Yeah.
It's more like co-parenting. You understand? Like let's say
Mhm.
when you're sharing your child with someone else, you're like at the second point
Hi,
of that child.
Antoinette. You're very welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, welcome
Okay.
guys. So it's more like you're a second parent to that child. So basically you are trying to give your own best, like from behind. You understand what I'm trying to say? Godparents come second. It's not like it's your total duty to take care of this child. You can
Yeah.
only do that or have that full privilege to take care of that child when, let's say, maybe the parents are gone. You understand?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I also remember when I lost my dad, my sisters, that's my our last daughter, the godparents actually, like, they started taking care of her since like primary school till now. You
Hi,
understand what I'm trying to
Florentine
say?
Ekongolo, if I'm right. Sorry if I mispronounce it.
Are you done talking?
No, I thought she was
Oh,
actually
no, I'm
greeting
just
someone.
giving shout out to someone. Sorry,
Oh,
someone that just joined
okay,
the
okay,
live stream. Sorry.
okay. So you see, this thing about godparenting, it's not like you're doing the main and actual duty of a parent. You understand? It's not like you're at the backstage. You give when you are required. You
Yeah.
understand? It's not like you're at the forefront of this child. The parents are the ones who actually do everything. But your main duty as a godparent, not like you won't care about this child, not like you won't gift send her gifts or actually know how he or she is faring. But
Yeah.
your main duty steps in when the parents are gone. You
Okay.
understand? Like you have that full responsibility. Let me put it that way. You have that because now when the parents are still there in the forefront, you're like you have just a partial responsibility. You
Okay.
understand? Not like you won't care, not like you won't scatter, but it the main and the full responsibility lies on you when the parents are no longer there, or let's say one of the parents is no longer there. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I asked you this question is because
Okay.
one of the reasons somebody turned down an offer that she cannot be a godparent is based on the fact that she doesn't have a child. So she's kind of skeptical that she will not be
Mm.
able to,
Be
to
able to
guide
take care of
another
the child.
person's child.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
reason why I asked you the question that you think that only people who have children should be godparents. That's what triggered me to ask that
No,
question.
no, I don't think so. I don't think
Personally, I
so.
think I think if that's
Okay.
how they feel, it's okay, but it's not a criteria for being a good
Yeah,
parent. We
but
know
it
some
it yeah,
aunties
it's
are
actually
good
an individual
parents.
something.
We know some aunties or those who don't have children, they parents
Mm-hmm.
better than the parents.
Yeah.
But if that's how they feel, I think it's okay. It's an
My
individual, and
my
that's
godmother
how
didn't
they
have a
feel.
child,
Hmm.
but she didn't have a child. My godmother, she didn't even get married before she died. So
Yeah. So, but if
and
that's
she's
how they
always
feel,
like she's always there. You know that kind of godmother who really doesn't have much, but she can give you her last. She was
oh,
that type
that's
of person.
nice.
If she's giving everybody like
Okay.
100 naira, then she would give me like 500, and she tell everybody, hey, it's because she's my goddaughter. You understand that kind of a thing?
Yeah.
She makes free clothes,
Mm.
for me and my siblings. She was that close.
Oh,
She
that's
doesn't
nice.
actually joke with me. Yeah. So so I don't think, in as much as it's an individual decision, but I don't think generally you have to
Oh,
have a
what a
child
shame.
before you have a
Uncle,
goddaughter.
Uncle Yvette says her godmother does not even know if she's alive. And that was the thing I said that remember some godparents, they will just be your
Yeah.
godparent on that day of baptism. So you're
Yeah.
better off turning
Most
down the
Oh,
people
that's
that
offer.
very
most
good.
people totally forget. Yeah. Most people
Yes.
totally
So you're
forget.
better off turning the offer. Oh, she's even planning to change her godmother.
God. Is that even possible to change? Can you actually change your godparent? And can you actually choose your godparent? That's another question.
Yes, you can choose a godparent.
You
You
can
can choose,
choose.
yes, not
Yes,
as a
you
Well, what
child,
what
can.
as an
what what
adult.
what of most of us that come from
I want
that come from a Catholic background, that your baptism is from birth? You can't choose.
Not everyone. I got baptized when I was about maybe 10, 12. And you've
Okay,
said something nice, maybe 10, 12, 11. I don't know. I'm very rubbish with dates, but I
but
got baptized
did
first.
they allow you to choose?
No, they did
Did
not
they
allow
allow
me
you?
to choose. No, but my
You
sisters
see?
choose their friend. No, that's what I was saying when you're getting baptized as an adult, like what Lisette said, that sometimes we get baptized when we are grown up. I think as a grown up now,
Yeah,
we can want to get baptized. Of course,
yeah,
everybody
yeah. I
wants to
think so.
approach, but being a
Mm.
child, you're not
and
able to do
Yeah,
that.
you won't get to choose. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
but can
that's
you
the
change?
thing. When
If
you're
you
being
change your
baptized
faith,
as an
if you change
infant,
your church, I think you can change. You know,
Oh,
some of these churches, when you go there, you do baptize. There is
mm-hmm.
another baptism. And
See that my godmother has died now.
can I just say
My
something
godmother have died
quickly?
now. Can I? Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can
Go on.
help us because Lisette and I we tried checking. There's really nothing. I know it's a little bit almost out of this topic, but we'll just throw a little
Okay.
light on it. There is really nowhere in the Bible. We tried checking something relating to godparent, but we did not see something. Maybe we are not just versed to the Bible. Maybe we don't know how to do our research. But I don't know if there's anywhere that talks about godparenting in the Bible. We tried looking at that, but
Yeah. I've actually not checked.
so where is this thing coming from?
Eh?
Where is this thing of God parenting coming from then?
It's a generational thing.
Okay.
It's actually been there before us. You understand? It's not like
Yeah.
it's something that is new. It's been there before us, so it just goes on.
So we'll just take it as some sort of doctrine from churches.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Because we are here to
Yeah,
learn.
but
We don't know everything and we don't know anything. We are just
yeah,
learning.
but what I don't actually know is if we can choose our godparents, like, and
I
not
think as
choose,
an
sorry, if
adult,
we can change.
I don't know about that, but if you change your denomination, I think you can choose a new godparent. I
Oh,
used to be a Catholic.
yeah.
I go to a different church now. And if I want to
Mm-hmm.
baptize it, because that's something I don't really want us to go into this thing because I don't want people to start typing there. Every
Yeah,
church, when as a Catholic, I grew up thinking you're being baptized just one. But that's not what I understand. Going to a different church now, to a different church, I've been made to understand is just doctrine. Likewise, communion.
mm,
So you can baptize
yeah,
as many times as possible. Maybe I'm right, maybe
yeah.
I'm. But the church I
That's
go to
true.
now, that's what happens. Even
Yeah, that's
communion.
true.
I thought you take communion only when you baptized, but the
Only
church I
when you,
attend, no, you don't need
yeah,
to
that's true.
baptize to consume
That's
communion.
true.
You
Because
can
I
consume.
go to a different church here too.
Stop
That's true.
looking at me like that.
Totally true.
That's what's happening in the
I
church I work
I
in.
want to I
So
want to
someone
read this
said, I
comment
feel
from
like in
Patience.
recent times. Okay, okay, all right.
It's okay, you can go ahead, Ada.
Okay, okay. I just saw the comments too. So yeah, Patience Yo said, I feel
I
like in recent times the title of godparent has lost its value because most people don't even bother to show up for their godchildren. Very true.
Okay.
it's
Very true. Like
and
I
I
said,
also
I'm
think
actually
that
guilty of
it
that.
this is as a result of how you choose your godparent. Because if you're just taking
Yeah.
somebody just to relationship, in the future, if you fall out without your friend, it's obvious that he or she might not continue the godparent responsibility towards your child. For example, if Bessie is my friend, I'm like, okay, Bessie, be my daughter's godmother. And let me
Yeah.
say, in two
Mm-hmm.
years time, I'm no longer in connection with Bessie. We have gone our separate ways. I don't even want to hear anything about her. It's
Yeah, it will
obvious
also
that the
affect your
relationship
child.
We
yes,
disconnected.
it's obvious like
Totally.
And can I just add something from what Yvette has said? Akko Yvette, she said stingy in her name. And this is what we're talking about. If you're looking for a godparent, no disrespect to you, Yvette, please. I know you were probably
it's
baptized as a child. You did not choose your godparent. This is what we are talking about. That when you want to choose a godparent, just look at other criteria. Don't focus on the financial part. Don't focus on their status. Just get a
Yeah.
godparent that will get the spiritual benefits. It's more about the spiritual benefits, not the physical benefits.
and I think that
Mm.
this is the reason why, even no offense, but we spoke about this before you joined.
Before you came,
This
yeah.
is the reason why some children don't turn to go towards their godparent because they feel like their godparents they don't take care of them financially the way they were expecting them to take care of them.
Mm.
Meanwhile, being a
Yeah, that's
godparent,
another
it doesn't
point.
have involve financial benefits or material things. Is to help the child to also grow spiritually. Maybe you can give the child when you have, but it should not be focused only on material things that, oh, it's my godfather or my godmother. He needs to be giving me 5,000 francs every month. And when I show him my report card, I'm expecting like 5,000 francs. You see some children at the end of
Mm.
the end of the term, they're like, oh, I'm going to show my report card. I've taken first. Another my godfather is going to put me 10,000 francs in this envelope. And when it doesn't happen like that, you're like, I don't like me my godfather, I don't like me my
Yeah.
godmother because
It's not really
you don't
about
receive.
the financial benefit. That's why most people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really
So
about the
if I remove
financial aspect of it.
don't look at the financial
Mm.
aspect of your godmother.
No, I remember
Yeah.
as a child, you remember, but now that we are growing, you actually know that it's not just about the financial aspect of it. You understand? But
Mhm.
as a child growing up, you see other people's godmother, they are wealthy and they're buying things for them. You understand? You be like, why did you choose this kind of godparent for me? So you understand? We
It's
like you good at you have that expectation that oh your godparent is supposed to fill in those things your parents can afford for you. You
Yeah,
understand? But
yeah,
that is actually not
Mhm.
what it's supposed to be.
yes.
Yeah.
So has anyone got anything to
That's
contribute
right.
or any questions to ask? Like we said, the topic
Yeah.
is we are just talking about godparenting, role of a godparent, what are the criterias to choose a godparent, and all those good stuffs.
Wow, where is Johnny with Liz?
She's gone. She's probably, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So yeah. So where are you based,
I'm
Miss
in South
Africa?
Africa.
Oh, you're in South Africa. Oh wow, wow,
Yeah. What of
wow.
you?
Well, privileged. I'm in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in summer, right?
Yeah. No, not quite
Okay.
summer. We are just soft.
Okay.
Not quite. Not yet.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
not yet. Yes.
Johnny with Liz, where did you go? What's happening?
I was asking myself what happened. You guys should excuse me,
Oh,
please. I'm still trying
uh,
to put my hands
Figure it
around the
out.
screen, so it's kind of difficult, and I'm using my phone. That's why I
yeah, this
don't
is
really know
actually
what
the
I
first time I'm
should.
coming live.
Sorry?
Okay.
I said this is actually the first time I'm coming live. I have like lots of topics to discuss about, but I've not really gathered the courage to like host my
Please,
own
meet
online.
us up. Meet us up. We like to talk.
It's okay.
All
We can
right.
talk more.
Okay.
Event,
All right.
event.
At
I
least
wish
I have partners now.
We like to talk. Just hit us up.
All right. Not a problem.
Yeah, we'll give you the courage. Sometimes it's difficult. This is my first time going on live as well on Lizzie's channel. I've
Yeah.
never been on live, but sometimes you just
Yeah,
need someone.
Lizzie always come online.
Sometimes you just need that extra person to boost you up. You just need someone to just reassure
Yeah,
you
that's
that no,
true.
you can do it. I think it's frightening. It's frightening. Yeah, it looks like just six
Yeah.
people are here, but at the end of the day, a lot of people will be watching it. So
Yeah, it's more like gisting. When you have people with you, it's just more like you're
it's
gisting. You
comfortable.
understand?
It's
Yeah, it's
interactive.
very comfortable
Yes,
than
you don't
talking
feel like
alone. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. You don't feel like you're talking alone.
I don't
It's
know
very
Yeah.
whether maybe you can leave your Instagram handle in the comment section so that we can
yes.
get to you if anybody wants to. In case you want to go
Okay, yeah.
live, we'll be there to.
Yeah, you reach us.
Because attached the
Okay.
phone is
Yeah,
somewhere.
you guys should drop your
Yeah.
Instagram handle so I can follow you guys as well.
Yeah. So we can reach out if we need to do anything.
Yvette says, I wish I have an opportunity to talk about my godmother because there is more to this. Jenny will Liz just make a point. Okay, if you want to come on, there is a link. Just scroll up or it's down, and you're going to see the link. The nature of my phone, I am afraid to touch anything. Let me not go and press off.
Okay, a
Let
link
me
was
let me
put there
not go and.
at 5:28. Just check. If I just check at 5:28, a link was put there. Just touch on that link. You'll be able to come.
I'm I'm
Yeah.
skeptical.
Oh,
Let me
thank
not
you,
go
Beth.
and.
Let me just
If you find the link,
yeah, yeah.
you need access to
Okay.
join. Let me
I'm
know. So
coming. Yeah.
okay, I'm going to write you on Instagram. So as we're talking, like based on how you select your godparent, it's going to depend on how your relationship is going to last. You see that some of these relationship, like godparent and goddaughter or godson or godchild, the relationship does not really last as long as it is supposed to be based on the fact that maybe we just select godparents because they are friends, and in the long run, when you are out of contact with that your friend, you see that the relationship is going to affect that with your child. Or maybe you just take somebody not knowing how the person is, if the person can actually mentor your daughter or mentor your child. In the long run, if you see that the person is not doing like that, the relationship is going to automatically die like that. Hi Bessie, I was
Okay.
just talking about how time is affecting a relationship between godparents and godchildren.
Okay. I'll be leaving soon. We booked this program for an hour,
That's what I was saying.
so
Is
I'll be
anyone
Yeah.
joining us?
I'll be exiting
Yvette,
the program soon.
are you
Yvette
joining
wants to join,
us?
so Yvette can
Are you,
take my place. But it was really nice talking to all of you, and thank you very much.
Yeah, so nice.
Yes,
Okay.
Princess Ada Frank,
Did you
I'll
drop
hit
your
you up.
yeah,
Sorry,
you said what? I
I'll
was
be
asking if
coming.
you dropped
I'll
your
be coming
Instagram
off the
handle.
stage. Yeah, I'll send it. I'll be coming off the stage, but I'll be on live.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so I'll just go to the backstage.
okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll hit you up. Liz, you take care. We'll relate.
Okay, you too.
Yeah.
All
all
right
right.
then.
Thanks for joining. So it's
Yeah, who
just the
wants to
two
join?
of us. Yvette, are you going to
Oh,
share your point of view with us, or is she still there? Because we actually have just Yvette. I'm shouting as if she's going to hear and she's going to respond. So as we're talking, I feel like if you don't select genuine godparents, or if you just select your godparents for your children based on maintaining relationship or based on on their financial status, it might be difficult for that relationship to last as long as it is supposed to be. So if we as parents we have to select godparents for our children, we should look at somebody who is going to actually mentor those children, not only spiritually, but in other aspect. That the godparent should be able to fit in other aspect of a child's life. It should be somebody that if your child has a problem, not only financial problem, maybe a difficulties in something, he could seek advice from your godparent, not only
Mm-hmm.
spiritual aspect of godparenting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking my friend this question, that do you think that is going to be fair if the church is if the church is the one assigning godparents to children? I don't know what you think.
Mm.
If the responsibility of the church,
Wow. The church
if it
can't
should be
assign.
the responsibility.
No, I don't think it should be their responsibility. It's actually
Okay.
going to make it as tough as how do I even put it? If the church had to select, if they had to select godparents for children, wow. Which
Mm-hmm.
means like one person can be a godparent to like 10 to 20 children.
Mm-hmm.
The person will be able to give them all the attention they want.
Okay.
Yeah. And they won't give their best
Oh,
to all of them. So
that's
it actually, yeah, that is why it's the duty of the parent to actually choose. You understand? Because if it were to be up to the church to select or choose a godparent for a child,
mm-hmm.
it actually is just going to be messed up, seriously. It
Yeah.
is.
My friend was saying that
Because
no,
most people won't even know their godparents. They won't even know
that's
them.
she was saying that if the church has to choose godparents for its Christian, if the godparents don't fulfill their responsibilities, it's going to be like, oh, now because let me speak in PG, now because in a church give me, if I be select my own godparent, maybe it would have been like
Mm.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually think if they can actually give people that option for a child to choose their godparents, I think it will be preferable if they're
But
like
anyway,
Catholics. They
for,
baptize their children very very young, and they don't even get to know. You only see pictures, and your parents only tells you that, oh, this person is your godparent. You understand? So, but I think other churches, they baptize
okay.
from 10, 12 years old, and they get to know who their godparent is. You understand? So that even if they don't want this particular godparent, they have every right to say, oh, I want this person. So,
Hmm.
but what do you think?
I'm
Do
a,
you
I'm
do you
I'm a, okay. I'm getting you.
okay? I said, do you think it's
I'm
better for a parent to choose a godparent, or it's best for the child to choose his or her godparent?
I am a Presbyterian. I also have infant baptism from
Mm-hmm.
small, but I was baptized when I went into Form 1. I think I was around, is it 10? But my mother, she asked me like, okay, I'm proposing that this woman should be your god, to be your godmother.
Mm-hmm.
And I accepted because at least it's somebody that I know. Oh, there's somebody and I'm trying to join her.
Okay.
I don't know why it's difficult. Yvette, please, 1 minute. Trying to join the live. This thing is killing me. Oh. Um, Yvette, please, 1 minute. I don't know how I did it for Ada Frank.
Were you able to were you able to add the person?
Is she there? I don't think it's not working. I don't know why. I'm still wondering how I did it for you. Oh,
Is the person in backstage?
Yvette, please just give me a minute. Sorry. I think let me check. She has sent me a private chat. I think she's the one who has sent me a private chat. Hello, host.
Okay.
Can I come in? I'm sure it's my phone. I'm sure it's her. Yvette, I'm sure it's your phone. I'm sure it's her phone that is disturbing her. Her basic, sis, take your time. Thank you. Hello, Juliet. Welcome to the live stream.
Hi Juliet, welcome.
I think I think that Yvette has a problem with her phone. I think she has a problem with her phone because I don't see her
Okay.
again.
Maybe her
Yeah.
connection is not strong.
Yes, yes. Hi, Juliet. We are talking about God parenting, and we are just laying emphasis on the role of God parents, that God parents should actually take, when they're taking responsibilities, they should actually do the work. They should actually do the work. So we already spoke about some of the criteria that you should look for when you're selecting a godparent for your child, and we talked about some of the reasons that we as parents or as individual we use in selecting our own godparents for our children or for our own self. Yeah, so now we're just talking about the relationship between godparents and their children, like how time affects the relationship. And that's what we're talking about. And you asked me a question, if for me, if children should be allowed to choose their godparents. I'm going to say that it's a 50-50 because there's this parable that says, "Oh, what an old man sees sitting down, even if it's
It's
time,
from this.
we're not going to see it." So at times your parents they understand the kind of people they are going to choose. They might choose somebody who is
Yeah.
actually
They
going
want in
to
your
do the
life. Yeah.
duty. But it's a 50-50 in the sense that on the other hand, they can still take somebody just based on maintaining relationship, which is going to affect you. So I just think
Yeah.
that it's a two-way, it's a balanced thing. You as a child, you might have your own thought like, oh, I need a godmother who is young, who is like me, that who can be
Hmm.
going out, but you're not going to look beyond that.
Yeah.
Your parents can look
Yeah.
beyond such
Beyond
activity.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a
That's
50.
true.
It's a
Yeah,
50.
it's actually a 50-50 because it's actually confusing if you are to let a child choose. It's not like when you are choosing a mentor. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it a mentor? Yeah. Let me use. Yeah. I think a
Yes,
mentor.
it's
Not
a
like.
mentor.
Yeah. It's not like when you're choosing a mentor. You can't just someone that is very much older than you will be in the right position to let you know. Oh, this is how it's supposed to be, and this is what it we are looking at. You understand? But if a child is supposed to choose a mentor, the child is just choosing that mentor at that right moment, like what he feels or what he or she feels at the moment. You
Yes.
understand? Not the
Mhm.
future aspect of it.
Exactly. Exactly. You are
Yeah.
just looking at the benefits at that moment, like, oh, we are going to be doing this. You're not looking beyond that. You don't see beyond.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
Juliet,
But parents look beyond that.
I thought 6 p.m. was African time. Yes, Julia, you're very right. I think that my co-host and I will make an error, which I sincerely apologize for that.
Yeah, because I think it's actually past six in Nigeria now.
This time is
So
supposed to be 6 p.m. It's actually supposed to start now because my own time is 7, while in Cameroon is 6 p.m. I think in Nigeria it's
yeah,
also
it's
6.
actually seven here too. Yeah, in
So it's
Nigeria it's six
not like
past
that.
six now.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience that I have caused Juliet and any other person who is going to join this live stream now. I'm going to consider.
Yeah, I think more people are going to be joining from now since you told them six.
Yeah, I actually hope so. Hi, Bessie Gray. You left us and and you're coming to tell us hi. Hello.
Mercy, just come back online. You're not done yet. People are coming in.
I played so much. Yeah, so as you talked about mentorship, and that is actually one of the rule of God parents to
Hmm.
mentor children.
Yeah,
Should be able to mentor them, especially if you're being given a child from small. You should really follow them from that tender age to when they are grown enough. And
exactly.
I feel like at a certain age when you are like, let me say like from 20 late in your late 20s, it's like, oh, you don't need your godparents again. But I
Hmm.
don't think that is how it's supposed to be. Like they should be there
Yeah,
even
it's
when
not
you
supposed. The relationship is like a forever relationship.
yes,
No one
they
is
should
leaving
there
anyone.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are some of the what are some of the aspects you think that people should look for in individuals when they want to choose a godparent?
Um, God fearing is a must, and I think that is the number one aspect. The
Mm-hmm.
um the godparents must be God fearing,
Mm-hmm.
readily available.
Okay. Excuse
Yeah,
me,
he must be
let me jump
available
in.
for a child.
When you say readily available, is it in terms of like your geographical location? It should be it should be that you are staying in the same area or in the same country so that in case there's something you
No,
can there for the child, or in what terms?
remember the world is going digital these days, so you don't really have to be close for you to give your best to a child. You understand? If you want to be in that person's life, you can't be there. What I mean
Mm,
readily available is, like you are always there for that child, no matter the distance, no matter the time, is unconditional. You understand? You have to
Yes.
you have to be available. Like I'm far away from my two goddaughters. You understand? But whenever I call, I'm not the one that I'm actually neglecting. Remember, I told you I'm guilty of, yeah, neglecting one right now. But when I speak to my friend, like I speak to the mother most of the time, and anytime I speak with her, I get to speak with my goddaughter as well. She's actually, I think she's 3 now, going to 4 years. So I always speak to her, and all that, because it's not like you have um all the conversation. What are you going to be discussing with a 3-year-old child? You understand? But you are available in the
Mm-hmm.
sense that you have to bring yourself down to that child's age to interact with
Mm-hmm.
her. You understand?
Exactly.
You are available because
Yes.
you don't just have to gist with the mom, how is the daughter or how is the son, and it ends there. You understand? You also have to let that child know, oh, yes, in as much as I'm your goddaughter, I'm far away, but I'm here. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're close,
Yes.
that is when you're close, that is when the visitation comes in. The child can visit you maybe for weekend, or you can visit the child depending on maybe if you guys are living so far away, but let's say within the same
Okay.
state. You understand? That is what I mean by readily available. Both digital, um, both um,
Okay.
both digital, both just
Physical.
being there for the child. That is basically one of the ways. Because you can't just after baptism and after that you just go a walk. Nobody will you won't see the child won't hear from you, the parents won't hear from you. Then what's
Mm-hmm.
the essence of being a godparent?
For the title. Let me just read this comment before you continue with your point. Juliet, I have never
Okay.
had a godparent. I think parents should be in the position to choose the godparents for their child. They are different from the mentors the child would choose for themselves. I totally agree with you. Yeah, there's a difference between you when you're growing up and you choose a mentor. Maybe you are in
Mm,
the science field and you see somebody who is very great in science subject and you're like, okay, I want this person to mentor me. Yeah, it's very different. Yes, God fearing, and there's a green tick. Availability as well, more like being present in the child's life regardless of distance. That is true, like what you explained, that they are different. Now we are in the digital world, you can be present for a child even when you're not there physically. You can still be there
yeah.
using your different
You can still be
devices.
there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just add that apart from being God fearing, I will say that the person should be an active Christian, because there's a difference between you going to church and being God fearing, and there's a difference when you are God fearing and you are going to church and you're an active Christian. So I'll look at the part of someone who is an active Christian, and yeah, an active Christian slash God fearing. I'm going to look at that aspect
Mm-hmm.
also. If I choose a God parent for
Yeah.
my, then I think that the other aspects like moral standards.
Yeah.
I don't know if you go with that. You look at the person's moral standards, the way the
Yeah,
person,
of course.
like maybe
Uh,
the
uh,
person's way of
Of
doing
course.
things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because remember
Yeah.
what being a godparent is not like you're co-parenting, like I said earlier. You're co-parenting with
Mm-hmm,
the parent of the child. You understand? So it's not like
mm-hmm,
you wait for your own turn to do things for this child, but you're always there for the child. You understand? You might not
mm-hmm,
always be in the picture,
mm-hmm,
but you're always there. Yeah. So of course,
mm-hmm,
and it's not like godparent is not like co-parenting one, and it's also like mentorship. You can't allow someone who doesn't have anything to offer, both morally, um, physically, let me not
mm-hmm,
say financially because it's not actually one of the basic reasons. You understand? But it's not like it's not also important. You understand? Then
mm-hmm,
you can't just overlook all these things because you just want a random person to be a goddaughter or yeah, I mean a godparent to your child. There are things
mm-hmm.
you actually have to look for physically, financially, emotionally, physically. So yeah, that's one of it.
Okay, that's true. Yes, Juliet says availability as well, more like being present. Okay, I think I read that. Very true. A Christian in every sense of the word. Yes, it should be an active Christian. Very,
Yeah.
very true. Parenting. BY Stevie, hello. Thank you for joining the live stream. Good evening to you. And we
Good
have
evening,
Ada.
BY TV. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Hey
We are
guys.
talking about we are talking about God parenting, and we are focused on the God parenting that comes as a result of baptism, not the one that comes as a result of when you get married. Because in my church,
Get
when you
married.
get
Yeah.
married, you're supposed to have a God parent. So that one is a big topic on its own. So we are focused on God parenting as a result of a child, an infant baptism, and we spoke about some of the reasons, some of the criteria that we use in choosing God parents, and now we are talking about what you should look for in a God parent. Including a Congolo, Lizzie godmother is following good vibes. Okay. Juliet, more like someone that one can trust to be in the child's life if the parents die. You are very right, yes, because you're very right. You don't want to take somebody that, in case you're not there. Imagine you having, let me say, you have a child, and you give somebody your child as a godparent. In the case that you are no longer, you don't have siblings, your child doesn't even have another siblings, and there's nobody who is going to take care of that child. Obviously, the godparent is going to
Hmm.
step in. So it has to be
Yeah.
someone that you can trust. Child that, okay, if I know that tomorrow if I'm not here, um Eposi's godmother is going to step up as a parent or as a mom to
And take care of the
Eposi.
child.
Yes, you're very right with that. You're very right. You're very right. So I think we have like five, no, not five. We are going to end the stream at 7:30. We have done 1 hour 30 minutes. And if you're just joining in, you can watch the rebroadcast after this. And trust me, you're going to pick out a lot of good stuff from this particular live stream. Yeah. And I think the last aspect I had to talk about is, so I think that another role that godparents should also play is they should try to follow up the child, like spiritually. Not only like the child should not just don't just look like, oh, is this child coming to church? Maybe you can organize spiritual events with the child. You can organize small spiritual challenges, or even normal challenges that you can do with the child. For example, you can say, okay, this month we are going to be reading through the book of Mark or the Gospel of John. We are going to be reading through that together. You and your goddaughter or your godson. You can do small challenges. That
Yeah.
in that way you're taking part in the child's life, and you're actually guiding the child also. I think that is what godparents should also do. But I don't I do not experience that having a challenge or something of that sort with any of my godparents.
Yeah. It's actually a big responsibility. It is.
It is,
So
it is.
Like Bessie said,
Thank
it's actually better. Actually better not to accept, knowing fully well you won't take up the full responsibility that comes with it. It's actually better not to accept.
Yes.
In as much as it's a privilege, it's not just a privilege. It also comes with a responsibility, a big one. You understand?
Yes.
So, like I told you, I think that is one of the reasons why I'm like neglecting one of my goddaughter, which I'll try to make amends, because when when you accept fully
I
that you
want
want
to
this,
touch.
you also have to, yeah, you have to take up the responsibility. You understand? So like I said earlier,
Mhm.
maybe because I was actually in the journey of my girlfriend's child. You understand? I was there during the pregnancy. I was actually the person that named her Igbo name and her English name. I was actually the person that named her. You understand? So I was literally part of the whole journey, and I was so happy to be the godmother. Not like I wasn't happy to be the second godmother of the other child, but it
Mhm.
came like I wasn't just prepared, but looking at
Mhm.
who it came from, a family friend who I know, there are other people she must have seen, you understand, but she chose me to be the goddaughter to her granddaughter. You understand? Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really have let me just say I don't have that relationship with the parent. You see, that is
Mm-hmm.
why that neglection is there. You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with Bessie. Sorry. It's better to let them know you can't take this responsibility than accepting it and you're not up to it.
That's true. That's true. I totally
Yeah.
agree with that because it's a privilege, yes, because it's not easy for somebody to come and tell you that, oh, Liz, I want you to be the godmother to my daughter. It's a privilege because not
Yeah.
everybody you have to look like maybe you really trust this person before you're giving them your child to mentor. So if you see like no, I think the responsibility is more than me. I'm not going to be able to meet up with that. It's better
Mm,
you don't
that's
take
true.
and to take up a post of responsibility and you end up failing in that duty. God is going to hold you accountable because that's somebody that you're supposed to help and grow
Yes, that's true.
spiritually. Yes. It's just like it's just like you're working and your boss is coming to tell you that, oh, there's this I want you to do this file for me. Have you ever done it before? Have you ever worked on an Excel sheet? And you're like, yes, sir. You take it and you are looking at the sheet. The paper is looking at you and you're
Yeah.
looking at yourself. You cannot do anything. So it's better to refuse it than to take something then you don't actually help in the development of that child. Okay, let me take this one from Claudine Ekongolo. For me, God parenting is more of a responsibility than a privilege, especially in our African society. Too much expectation from God parents. Yes, it is a responsibility than a privilege. I agree with
Yes,
you.
yes. I
People
agree totally.
the people don't actually do their responsibility. They just take it like it's a title for them to be godparents. To like if there's an occasion
Hmm.
like okay, godparents should come out and you're coming out. I have the title of a godparent, but you're not doing the responsibility. Going to her second point, too much expectations from godparents.
From
I
godparents, exactly.
I want to understand that I don't want to assume that the too much expectation from godparents is in terms of finances. That if it's in terms of finances, I totally agree with you because in our African society, we are expecting a lot of finance, like we are expecting a lot of financial benefit from our godparents, of which for me it should not be like that. Finances should
Mm-hmm.
come a second. It should not be like the primary motive that, oh, I'm taking him as my godparent because of the financial benefit. It shouldn't be like that. There are other things that you can expect from your godparents apart from financial assistance. Please just go on. I have someone has sent me a private chat. Let me try to read it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm on my phone. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Too much expectations. Yeah. When, but let's just call it a spade a spade. That expectation is financial expectation. That is just that. Because aside the financial aspect of um being a godparent, I think every other thing is suitable. Like for someone or every other person is qualified to be, let's say, character wise, you're qualified to be a co-parent. You understand? But
Yes.
that expectation, that too much expectation comes from the financial aspect. That is what I think.
Mhm. That's right, you're true. I wish that Yvette is still watching this because she was saying that her godmother is stingy, and I bet to
Stingy, yes, yeah. Someone said
I
something
think
like that. Where is she? Akko,
I think
Yvette.
her phone is in Cameroon. I think the network is disturbing her. And
Okay,
when you base
she
that
just
on
changing her name. But remember, being a godparent doesn't mean you can't give. You understand? There are people that like giving, but it's just that they don't have much. But you can tell that they want to give, they want to be there for you. It's just that they are also not financially okay. You understand?
yes.
So if your parents are not able to provide for you as a parent, and you're
Mm-hmm.
taking it out on your godparents, it's not supposed to be so. You
It's not
understand? So
what it
so
is so.
if they are financially stable and they support you, you are lucky. Let me just use that word. You are
Yes,
lucky.
you're
You
lucky.
understand? And
Mm-hmm.
And if your godparents are not financially stable, but they love to give, they give you the little they have. Let
Mm-hmm.
me just use the word. They give you the little they have. You're also lucky, just that the person is not financially stable. You understand? Then there, this one is the third category of a co-parent that is actually, yeah, a godparent that is actually stingy. You understand? So there, there are differences between these three. The first two is a go, is understandable. Then being a godparent, like being a godparent that you've not even sent something like, just let's just say a recharge card first of all, or even buy that child a pair of shoes. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
No, now that one is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one is bad. So in as much as people tend to expect too much, you understand, especially when you feel your parents are not giving you, can't provide everything for you, and you
Mm-hmm.
now feel that is the right of your godparents to now
Mm-hmm.
step in. It's not wise to think like that. You understand? Because
Mm-hmm.
you don't also know what, if your parents can't provide this for you, you don't also know whether they can provide that thing for you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand my point? So it's not good. In as much as that's why you say expectation hot. So it's better not to expect. If your
Yes.
parents can't afford this and there's no one else to give you, it's better not to expect from anyone. Don't even expect from your godparents. But when you see it, you appreciate it. Because your godparents, in as much as the person is there in your life, the financial reason is not the number one
Mm-hmm.
reason he or she is in your life.
While you
Yeah.
were talking, let me just divert a little bit. It's still
Yeah.
this
Okay.
too much expectation, financial benefit that has made that, like, some people, in the course of them getting married and they have to choose godparents, they know that maybe,
Mm.
okay, this is my budget, but I still need a little bit of money. They're like, okay, I'm going to choose this guy, I'm going to choose this woman because I know that at least she'll put me like 100,000 in an envelope as my godmother. That's
Yeah.
going to give me the
Yeah.
purpose to pay for this. So
They choose godparent, they choose godparent or sponsor that will actually sponsor their wedding financially.
exactly, no,
So
they
not just
just
so not
for
just
an
being
title godparent. You're
yeah.
very well. I don't know if
That is why I said people tend to expect too much. You understand? Because
Mhm.
now, even if I know your godparent is supposed to support you in one way or the other, but you're not supposed to expect it. You understand? It's supposed to allow it to come from their mind whenever they want to
Mhm.
give you. You understand?
Exactly.
Because
Mhm.
normally your godparent, their full responsibility steps in when, let's say, your parents are gone. You understand? Which nobody prays for that, but we are talking about the future aspect of it. You understand? That is
Mhm.
actually one of the reasons why this um godparenting thing is like more like a necessity. You understand? Because when, let's say, most of people say, even when the parents of this, their so-called god daughter or godchildren are no longer there, most of them they don't even care, they don't even want to know, because they will feel, oh, they have a lot on their own head to take care of than adding more to it. You understand? So most
Mhm.
people are those other ones that, it's not like they don't want to help, or they don't want to come into the picture. They feel like when they come into the picture, they have to put something on the table. They don't just have to be there. And
Mhm.
that is when what best is said comes in play. Then why accept it when you know you can't take the full responsibility?
Exactly. Why accept it when we can't take a full responsibility?
Yeah.
Uh, I was going to ask a question. Oh my,
Okay.
it just off my mind. Okay, I was going to ask. The question is back. What advice can you give to somebody? Let me just look. Let me look at the aspect of a godchild, that the godparents don't take care of them, not in terms of finances, like just normal, let me say the godchild, your godparents have abandoned you. How can you advise
Mm-hmm.
that try to rekindle the love? Because at times they try to rekindle it, but it's like it's impossible. I just feel like it's impossible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because at one point, if no matter, like, if you're small and you have been baptized and they tell you that this is your godparents, maybe from the beginning you're just taking like a joke, but at one, I feel like when you there's a certain age that you're going to see like, oh, but I have a godfather, I have a godmother somewhere. I think it's time for me to reconnect with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can share any tip or any advice on how the reconnection, on the steps that that child can take to reconnect with the godparents.
If you're not in the life of your godchild, let me say your goddaughter or your godson,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say the child grows from 1 to 10 years old, and you just reappear from nowhere to say, "Oh, I'm your god." Even if I'll be looking at you as, where were you before? You understand? It's not. It's not. Yeah. Even me, I'll be like, where are you coming from? Oh, you understand? You have
Mm-hmm.
to be there. That is why they need you most when they are actually young. You understand? Because when they are grown or married, it will be like more of interaction between a mother and a son. But now you have to actually be in that picture, not just as a godparent, but as also a friend, as a mentor. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not there, you're not there. You understand? And the child grows up knowing that, oh, maybe he or she will feel abandoned. You understand? Because you never call, you never text, you don't wish him or her a happy birthday. You understand that kind of a thing. And those little things are what matters most. It might not just be the financial aspect of it. All
Yes.
those little things. Oh, how are you doing? How is school?
Mm-hmm.
A text message. Oh, my son, how are you today? My son, what is happening? You understand? You are trying to be in their life at the time they need you most. Not when they grow that they don't even need you any longer. You now come out from nowhere and say, "Oh, I'm your godmother." Oh, so
That's
it's not really wise. You understand? Because it's not like growing up without a father and a mother, and out of nowhere someone comes out from nowhere tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm your father, I'm your mother." You'll be looking at that person like, "Are you okay? Are you normal? Where are you from?" You understand? So this this stage, like when they were born to like 15 years, 20 years, at that stage where when they need you most. And if you're not there at that point, it's better you don't even come back. Because what are you coming back for? The child is already grown. You didn't take the responsibility. So what are you coming back for?
that's true. Thank you so much, Benas Beauty, for joining us. It's quite unfortunate that we are going to be ending the live stream. Yeah,
Yeah.
about God parenting, but we are focused on God parenting as a result of child baptism. Yeah, we just talked about the responsibility, and we are laying emphasis that if you know that you are not going to be able to fulfill the responsibility of a godparent, it is better for you to
Mhm.
say no than to take up a responsibility and you
That you
don't
cannot take care of.
that you cannot take care of. We also talk about some of the criteria that you should look for while selecting a godparent for your child. And we also talked about, like, we just talked about general aspect where parents based they look at the financial aspect, they look at the status to maintain relationship before they choose the godparent for your children. Yeah, and I had two amazing ladies here. I had Bessie Gray, who is also a YouTuber, and I had Princess Ada Frank, who is also a YouTuber. I'm so happy. And for those who have been watching us from the beginning, or those who are still joining, or those who are joining now, we are so grateful. Thank you guys for your time. I know it was a short notice, but let me just say that I have a slot in my channel which is called Happy Space. This is where the video is going to go to. I'll be having weekly live stream every no, not Sunday, every Saturday or Sunday, I'll be putting out the flyers and the topics. Probably I'll be bringing in people to come and talk, and people can also join us in the course of the conversation if you want to chip in something or if you differ with what we are saying. Obviously, people have different points of view. If you differ with what we are saying, you can also join the live stream to do that. And I don't know, maybe Ada, you have something to say before we
Yeah,
close the
I'll actually say it's actually a privilege. Like I said, I'm actually guilty of neglecting one of my goddaughter, which is not supposed to be. But
mm-hmm.
in as much as the relationship with you and their parents are not that close, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Accepting that responsibility, you must take it up because you accepted. So
Exactly.
because because you've accepted, there's nothing like, oh, I'm firing my goddaughter, I'm firing my godmother. You people die there, like we die there. Nobody is leaving anybody. So once you've accepted and you've taken the oath, I'll be in this child's life to take care of him or her, to care for him or her. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to you just have to somehow take
Mm-hmm.
up the responsibility. You understand?
Yes.
So if you're as guilty as me, try to make amends.
Yes.
Yeah. Try to, no matter how little, no matter how, if you're always busy, no matter, even if it's a call to the parents, you understand.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how busy you are, you have to try to make out time for your grand I want to say grandchildren. So godchildren. So yeah, that's it, guys. In as much as it's actually a privilege, it's also a big responsibility. It comes with a big responsibility. And like Bessie said, if you're not ready to take up the responsibility,
Don't
you
take it.
understand, don't take it.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you've already accepted like I did, you just have to do your best to take care of the child. Yeah.
Yeah. Out with Chipmix. Hello, bro. Thank you for joining in, but it's quite unfortunate that we are closing the live
We
stream,
are
but we
leaving.
are leaving. We were talking
Yeah,
about
but
God.
you can rewatch the video.
He is obviously going to do that. Let me boast. And
Okay.
we're talking about God parenting and
The
Princess Ada.
responsibility that comes with it and how to choose a godparent for your child.
Yes, and Ada Frank just gave her last word, and I'm going to give mine now. Then we are going to close the stream. So my word is, if you're a godparent, and just lay emphasis on what she said. If you're a godparent and you have not been fulfilling your responsibility, be it, even if it has been for like 10 years, it's never too late for you to go and rekindle that love
Yeah.
between you and your God children. And if you're a God child and you're based all your mind on looking at the financial benefits from your
Financial
God
aspect.
children, please
It's
cancel
not
all the
wise.
mentality, because when you have that kind of mentality, no matter what they do, you're not going to appreciate them, because you're only looking at it from a point of view receiving money, receiving gifts from them. Let's not have that kind of mentality. And as a parent, when you're choosing godparents for your children, don't choose just based on the financial aspect or to maintain a relationship. Look at somebody who is actually going to mentor those children. Look at somebody who is going to be there for your children even when you are not in the
Not
future.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
even if you're not there. So I'm going to see you guys next week, Sunday. No, not 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Cameroon time. This time around, I'm going to stick to the time. Juliet, I'm sorry. So all of us here are YouTubers. Most of us here, I don't know, it's most. Yeah, anyway, we are YouTubers. Ada Frank is a YouTuber. We have Bessie Gray, we have Juliet out with Chimex, we had Vena Beauty, and there's one person I've not called her name. Another YouTuber joined. We had BY's TV. All of us are YouTubers. You can visit our different channels when you're done here and subscribe, watch the content, and have a good time. time. Until
Yeah.
then, we are see you guys
See
next
you
week
guys.
Sunday. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Oh, live stream no one off.